You're my hero.
The 5 best underrated performances of Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch is a force to be reckoned with, not just because his cheekbones can cut a diamond, or because he has the most British name conceivable by humans. Apparently, he can act as well. Cumberbatch is most famous for his role as Doctor Strange in the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Sherlock Holmes in, well, Sherlock. I've been following Cumberbatch's work as well as his cheekbones since I first became obsessed with Sherlock in my freshman year of college. It was a long spiral down a rabbit hole from there as I began to catch up on all the Cumberbatch work I missed in my younger and more vulnerable years. Before Cumberbatch Engrossment, BCE for short. As my obsession grew deeper, I realized some of Cumberbatch's best work is lesser known. So yes, binge watch all of Sherlock as I did in one glorious 24-hour sleepless session, and watch Doctor Strange and then watch all the other MCU movies so you can keep up with the character in all his movies and not be totally lost. But also check out these hidden gems of Cumberbatch's work, which were unfortunately buried in his later successes.
I want people to know that I got what I always wanted, and that means I am not a loser.
Number 1. August, Osage County. August, Osage County is based on a play of the same name. It stars Meryl Streep, Julia Roberts, and basically every mega star of 2013 and now, which is why it's amazing that this movie flew under the general public's radar. It's about a family who comes together for the patriarch's funeral, in a rare role for Cumberbatch, in which he is not a genius, evil, or an evil genius. He plays little Charlie Aiken, a sweet-natured nephew of the deceased, who is not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but a better person than any other member of the family. Though he only appears in a few scenes, Cumberbatch shows us in this movie that he has a range that goes further than the roles we're accustomed to seeing him in. He plays a sweet country boy just as well as he plays Sherlock Holmes or Stephen Strange.
I'll sing a sweet serenade whenever you're feeling sad.
You will never understand the importance of what I am creating here.
Number 2. Imitation Game. Imitation Game tells a story of the team that cracked the German Enigma code, leading to the victories of the Allies in World War II. The team is led by a gay British man who never got credit for his work simply because of his sexuality. Cumberbatch shines as the unsung hero of World War II, Alan Turing. His performance is not what you would expect of an actor playing a should-be legendary man. Cumberbatch plays Turing as a timid and shaky man. The performance comes off as so honest and down-to-earth compared to Turing's mammoth accomplishments. He plays the role with expert subtlety and nuance.
You can't outrun a bear, to which the second person responds, I don't have to, I only have to outrun you.
In my expert opinion, the only humane method of execution is Westinghouse alternating current.
Film 3, The Current War. This movie, unfortunately, flew over everyone's head because it was produced by Harvey Weinstein and set to be released around the time that he was accused of sexual assault. The release date was pushed back, but its box office numbers suffered because of the moved release date. It's about Thomas Edison's battle with George Westinghouse to become the person whose electrical system powers the modern world. The standout scene in this movie is when Edison screams at his company because Westinghouse is catching up with them. The impassioned rage felt as Cumberbatch delivers his rant would convince you that he holds the same obsession with becoming the provider of power over the world that Edison did at the time. This performance, before a trembling Tom Holland as Edison's assistant, left Cumberbatch deserving of an Oscar.
The siren stole from me!
So
My wings are a hurricane!
Movie number 4, The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. Bet you didn't expect to see Hobbit movie on the list. Yes, even the most obsessed of Cumberphiles don't know that our dear Benedict voiced Smaug in The Hobbit. The movie's about a group of dwarves looking to reclaim their homeland. Honestly, you're probably going to have to watch all 3 Lord of the Rings movies and the original The Hobbit movie to understand what's going on in this one. But for Sherlock fans, it's worth it, just to see a glorious mid-hiatus reunion of Martin Freeman and Cumberbatch. Granted, one's a hobbit and the other, say, a 20-foot dragon, but take what you can get, right? Cumberbatch's vocal performance is the stuff of legends, as his grumbly voice chills an otherwise eerily silent cavern.
Heroine's the cavalry, the missing chair leg. Heroine is love. Simply call 555-1726.
Film number 5, Patrick Melrose. Patrick Melrose is a mini-series about a drug addict dealing with his estranged father's death. Cumberbatch plays the neurotic title character. His performance brings the denial-ridden character from Edward St. Aubyn's novels to life. Cumberbatch's interpretation of the character is both hilarious and tragic as he comes to terms with his childhood abuse. The series moves incredibly quickly along with Patrick Melrose's cocaine and heroin-riddled mind, and Cumberbatch keeps up with the pace masterfully while still managing to work emotional depth into the character.
But if I thought somebody was going to harm our children, I'd fight. Because if you love someone, you protect them.
Are you done watching? Then get on with the binge watching of all of Cumberbatch movies. Written by Carrie Fishbane.